The trial opened today for Manchester City star Benjamin Mendy with some truly shocking allegations. The defender and his fixer pal raped and sexually assaulted young women in locked panic rooms in his isolated mansion, the court heard. The 28-year-old is accused of plying women with drink and taking away their phones as he and his friend Louis Saha Matturie lured their pursuit for sex into a game. On one occasion, he's said to have raped 3 women in 24 hours. Mendy is accused of 8 counts of rape and sexual assault against 7 different women, but prosecutors say the jury would hear from 13 women who claim to have been victims of the pair. Well, live outside Chester Crown Court is our correspondent Amelia Harper tonight. Amelia, what can you tell us?
Well, Benjamin Mendy was a footballer on a multi-million-pound contract. He was a World Cup and a Premier League winner. But today, Chester Crown Court heard that he was also a sexual predator who used his power and wealth to turn his pursuit, of women into a game. The court also heard how the French international allegedly raped some of his victims inside locked panic-style rooms in his isolated mansion in Cheshire. Some were 17. 2 of them said he repeated the line to them, "I want to see you naked." We also heard how the women had their phones taken away while they were inside the mansion. The 28-year-old denies 8 counts of rape, 1 count of sexual assault and 1 count of attempted rape against 7 women. The court also heard today how his friend and co-defendant Louis Saha Matturie, aged 41, was a fixer. They said he would find young women, they say, to create situations where they could be raped and sexually assaulted. The 41-year-old Saha Matturie denies 8 counts of rape and 4 counts of sexual assault against 8 women. Well, opening the prosecution, Timothy Craig QC said this case was another chapter in a very old story of rape and sexual assault on women. He said the case has little to do with football, but that it was to do with men feeling powerful. He said the alleged victims were used for sex and thrown to one side, and that the men would not take no for an answer. We also heard that Mendy's isolated mansion home called the Spinney in Cheshire was where most of these alleged assaults took place. The prosecution said this home was part and parcel of how the defendants were able to gain control over their victims. There were also 3 words ushered today multiple times by the prosecution: no means no. And they say that this idea of consent, whether those women could consent, is central to the case. Timothy Craig QC said the footballer was prepared to cross that line over and over again. The trial is scheduled for 15 weeks. Both men deny all the charges against them.